Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Wednesday, December 16th, 2015. I'm Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Now for the news in detail. The Alexandra Hospital Rehabilitation and Expansion Project is expected to commence in the first quarter of 2016. That is according to Premier the Honourable Vance Amory, who says adjustments to the project are being finalised and the project will be retendered shortly.
The proposed works included new laboratory facility, physiotherapy unit, a radiology unit. Upon review, your administration has taken the decision to revamp and expand the project to meet the growing health needs of our people and also to satisfy ourselves that we are adequately providing health care services for our visitors as well. I think this is an important aspect of our development as a tourism destination. We need to be able to satisfy our visitors that we can provide good health services.
As outlined by the Premier, some new dimensions have been added to the project.
And we will have at the end of that project 2 state-of-the-art operating theaters, recovery rooms, 6 private wards with nurses stations at each area, pediatrics isolation ward, 2 on-call stations along with a conference room and kitchen facilities. Mr. President, we have already earmarked some of the funds for that project, and I know that the Ministry of Health is anxious to have this underground as it complements not only what we do here, but how we can market Nevis as a tourism destination.
Meantime, Deputy Premier the Honourable Mark Brantley, who is also the NIA's Minister responsible for health and tourism, says the delay of the start of the project was for a good cause.
We have revamped the project, we have made it bigger, we have added to the project, and as a consequence, we had bids in hand already. We have gone back now to the tender process to ensure that we get the best possible price. We have also, Mr. President, been delayed because some of the technical aspects of it, such as the oxygen and things of that nature, we have had overseas people look at those aspects to make sure that we produce a state-of-the-art facility.
The Alexandra Hospital Rehabilitation and Expansion Project is expected to cost an estimated $6 million. The Ministry of Health's Health Promotion Unit has been named Public Health Unit of the Year 2015. The announcement was made by Medical Officer of Health Dr. Judy Nesbitt at the Alexandra Hospital Annual Christmas Program held on Monday, December 14th at the hospital grounds.
However, I want to recognize one particular unit that has been very innovative. They have introduced programs, they have sought to educate, they lend support to all the units in terms of education, and I think they did a good job this year. This group of young persons, I think, has really stood out this year, and I want to invite them here and recognize them as the Public Health Unit of the Year. So this certificate reads Public Health Unit of the Year. The Department of Public Health recognizes the Health Promotion and Information Unit for its outstanding performance during 2015.
HIV/AIDS Program Coordinator Nadine Carty-Keynes responded on behalf of the Health Promotion Unit.
Thank you, everyone. We really appreciate the recognition, and we promise to continue the hard work. And on behalf of the staff at Health Promotion HIV/AIDS Unit, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
HIV/AIDS Program Coordinator at the Health Promotion Unit, Nadine Carty-Keynes. The process has started for the review of the Nevis Physical Development Plan and the Nevis Physical Planning and Development Control Ordinance and its accompanying regulations. Junior Minister responsible for Physical Planning, the Honourable Troy Liburd, says throughout 2015, the ministry has been aggressively seeking assistance to have the Development Control Planning Act looked at and possibly overhauled.
The Development and Control Planning Act is the act that governs everything that is done in the Department of Physical Planning, and we have noticed certain limitations in the Act, and we are therefore pursuing vigorously to have the Act overhauled so that some of the inefficiencies that we have found, that we can move beyond them and further streamline the process.
According to Minister Liebert, the NIA has received funding and assistance from the German Development Fund, and requests for proposals have been sent out.
And I think we are at the point now where we are about to choose exactly who the consultants would be who would undertake the study and review of the ordinance. Not only will we review the ordinance, but we are also going to review the draft physical development plan that has been in draft since 2005, and we will try to have that implemented, because that will bring with it some of the necessary regulations that would guide the work of physical planning.
The 2016 outlook for the Department of Physical Planning is very good, Minister Liebert says, noting that next year the department will also seek to implement a land records modernization project in partnership with the Inland Revenue Department, the Land Registry, the Information Technology Department, and other agencies.
In 2016, the Department of Physical Planning will also spearhead and coordinate a project on Nevis that would lead to the modernization of the land, building, taxation, registry, and cadastre management system on the island of Nevis. This will include a fully updatable parcel and building data system. Mr. President, this is being done with one of the world's leading geospatial companies, Trimble, out of the United States. It's a project that will be deployed over 4 years and will come at a cost of just about 400,000 US dollars to the people of Nevis. This $400,000 will be paid out over 4 years.
The project, according to Minister Liebert, will include updates for 4 years and the training of staff at the Department of Physical Planning in the use of the system. Still to come, federal government allocates $50 million in the fight against crime in 2016 budget. The details after this break.
Hey, you know it's your groovy so come on king, your boy Speedy, and I'm here with the Inland Revenue Department, and I love my side dish. And guess what? I also love Nevis too. And as a responsible taxpayer, your tax dollars help to build our nation. So I'm here to tell you, pay your taxes on time and be a responsible citizen. And don't get me wrong, it's a serious song. I pay my taxes. Boom!
Welcome back. The Nevis Christian Council is inviting the public to join its members in a march tomorrow, Thursday, December 17th. According to Chairman Reverend Telford Matthew, the march is one of 3 activities coming out of an emergency meeting held by the Nevis Christian Council on December 2nd.
In light of the situation of crime and violence in Nevis, an emergency meeting was called by the Nevis Christian Council on Wednesday, 2nd December, at the Methodist Secretariat. The members of the Christian Council and representatives from the Evangelical Association, the Nevis Island Administration, the Bar Association, the Chamber of Commerce, the Department of Education, and the police force were present. A follow-up meeting was held on Wednesday, 9th December, at the Charlestown Methodist Church, at which representatives from the Community Development Department and the opposition NRP were also present.
According to Reverend Matthew, it was agreed that churches would mobilize their members to participate in a day of prayer and fast today, Wednesday, December 16th, culminating with services held in every church building from 7 to 9 p.m. this evening. This will be followed by the march through Charlestown tomorrow, Thursday, December 17th.
There will be a public march against crime and violence starting at 1 p.m. The march will begin in the vicinity of the old cinema opposite the Roman Catholic Church and will continue throughout Charlestown, ending at the E.T. Willett Park. Persons on the march are encouraged to have placards bearing statements against such violent behaviors and in support of wholesome, good behavior and a spirit of peace and goodwill.
The Nevis Christian Council invited the public to participate in a motorcade which will begin at 6:30 a.m. on Saturday, December 19th at the Samuel Hunkins Drive and make 20 stops around the island where prayers will be offered. In his first budget address as Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris outlined his government's plan to fight crime in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Delivering the budget address in the National Parliament yesterday, Tuesday, December 15th, under the 2016 fiscal prospects, Prime Minister Harris said that it is proposed that the re-established Ministry of National Security be granted $47.6 million to carry out its recurrent activities and $15.4 million for capital projects in the upcoming fiscal year. The allocation for recurrent expenditure represents a $3.8 million or 8.7% increase over the 2015 estimate. Prime Minister Harris said the ministry understands its role as it relates to the issue of crime and national safety, and as such will continue its crime-fighting efforts by implementing its existing police 6-point plan. He said that some of the resources would be used to support training, expand the use of closed-circuit television, and upgrade equipment in the police forensics lab and crime scene unit. It is anticipated that the use of such technology over time would help to reduce the high costs associated with the protection of witnesses. He said of paramount concern to his administration is the safety and the security of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. The people of this country must feel free and unencumbered in their daily lives and business endeavors, Prime Minister Harris said, adding that the government will spare no effort in ensuring that there is a safe and a secure environment in which all can prosper. That's it for tonight's edition of the Nevis Newscast. Thank you for viewing. I'm Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Good night.